What's up, everybody? It's Erica here from The In-Between. Thank you so much for coming back to my channel. And if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future Make Money Online reviews just like this. Today, I'm going to be talking a little bit more about a guy you may have heard of in the real estate space, Elijah Bryant, and of course, Land Your First Deal. It's pitched as the blueprint to wholesale vacant land and supposedly pull in profits of $5, $10, or even $20,000 a deal. But before you pull out your wallet for this program, I'm going to break down what's inside, how the business model really works, what people are saying about it online, and most importantly, whether this is actually worth your time compared to much smarter, easier online business models. With that being said, if you want to see what I personally do online that has way less risk, way lower startup costs, and way more scalability, then go ahead and click the link down below to check it out. And just a quick disclaimer here, guys, before we get started. I'm not affiliated with Elijah or his Land Your First Deal program in any way. I'm just sharing my honest take based on what I've researched, my own opinion, and what I've also experienced in the wholesaling space. With that being said, let's jump right in. So what exactly is Land Your First Deal? It's a real estate wholesaling program built around flipping vacant land, and I'm not talking about buying a ranch and building a farmhouse. The whole idea is to find landowners willing to let go of their property for cheap, get that land under contract without actually owning it, and then flip that contract to home builders who are hungry for lots. The whole promise here is that you don't need real estate experience, you don't need a license, and you don't even need to put up huge cash up front, just hustle, negotiation skills, and this system Elijah lays out. He claims he's built a six-figure business just by focusing on vacant land and connections with builders, and his whole course is supposed to walk you through how to do the same step by step. Inside the course, you're getting direct access to his breakdown of how to find undervalued land, how to talk to owners, and how to line up deals with builders. Elijah spends all of his time teaching people how to spot profitable markets, how to use comps to make offers, and how to structure buying agreements so you're not actually buying the property yourself, you're just controlling it. Then you take that same contract and assign it to a builder who wants the lot, pocketing the difference between the two contracts. There's also this AI bot cold caller tool, which is kind of the whole unique feature of the course. Instead of pounding the phones yourself, this bot supposedly does a lot of the cold outreach to landowners for you. And lastly, on top of all of the core training, there's a free trial of Elijah's EDP Academy, which offers you weekly coaching calls. Now, Elijah has definitely built a solid following on his social media with around 58,000 followers on his personal Instagram page and over 19,000 people following his Facebook group. But when you do look outside of his own platforms on places like Reddit, Trustpilot, you won't really find anything from his students. With that said, the course itself is listed at just under $1,000 with a no refund policy attached. On top of the initial $1,000 investment, there are a ton of hidden costs that nobody really talks about. You're going to need a bigger budget for marketing, things like direct mail campaigns, software tools, and maybe even paid leads lists. If you're trying to land builders as buyers, you'll need to put in the hours networking and following up. So while Elijah positions this as an accessible business, the reality is you're still facing thousands of dollars in potential overhead before you even see your first paycheck. With that said, here's where I gotta be real with you guys. Land flipping itself isn't technically a scam, but it's also not the easy cash flow it's often marketed as. Real estate has always had barriers to entry for a reason. It's risky, competitive, and it ties up your time in a way that other online businesses just don't. You're depending on market conditions you can't control, which means if the housing market slows down, builders aren't buying land, and your contracts sit there worthless. Plus, vacant land isn't like flipping a house where buyers can see a physical structure. It's basically dirt. And dirt can hide problems like wetlands, zoning restrictions, environmental issues. You really don't know what you're getting into until it's too late. Then there's the competition aspect. Wholesaling houses got oversaturated years ago, and now land is being pitched as the next big thing. But as more people pile in, guys, margins shrink, deals get harder to find, and only the hustlers willing to grind out 12-hour days survive. No, it's not passive income, it's just trading one job for another, except now you're chasing down landowners and builders instead of clocking in at an office. Now, I want to tell you guys a little bit more about why I personally prefer digital real estate, or what I call the digital rental method. Instead of flipping dirt and fighting market volatility, I build simple websites that rank to the very top of Google for local service niches. Think anything from plumbing, roofing, or in my case, fencing repair. And then I rent out all of those same sites to small business owners who are desperate for more leads in that area. For example, I built this fencing repair site in Colorado Springs, got it ranked to the top of Google, and now anytime someone searches for fencing repair near me and lands on that site, that call goes directly to a local business owner who pays me what's called a monthly finder's fee to get all of those leads. That same site has been cash flowing for years now, and I barely have to touch it. And one of the best parts of this model, guys, is the startup cost. It's basically just a couple $100, and the risk is basically nothing compared to tying up thousands of dollars in land that may or may not even sell. Beyond that, the opportunity to scale is massive. There are over 30 million small businesses in the US alone, and most of them have zero clue how to rank themselves online. That means endless niches, endless cities, and endless opportunities to build these digital assets that work for you 24/7 around the clock. The best part is that once you have a site up and ranked, the income becomes almost completely semi-passive. No chasing contracts, no title companies, and no negotiating with builders. Just consistent monthly payments from businesses happy to pay for the extra revenue you're generating them. So in a nutshell, it's predictable, it's stable, and it's actually beginner friendly. All right, guys, that's it for my review of the Land Your First Deal program by Elijah Bryant. If you found this video helpful, please make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to my channel for more honest reviews just like this, and drop down in the comments below to let me know your thoughts on today's video. And if you want to check out the digital rental method, the business I use myself that's way less risky and way more scalable, then go ahead and click on the link in the description below for a free training that goes over the whole business model in more detail. As always, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next one.